What's going on, everyone? The Brooklyn Nets have recently been posting Kyrie Irving a lot. Yesterday, they were posting him on the story at the event that Kyrie Irving was hosting in Brooklyn. It was a event with children, and he put on a game. It's for charity, things like that. And a lot of the Brooklyn Nets teammates were there, showing face, taking pictures, signing autographs. And then today, Brooklyn posted some of those images from the story, but also a couple more, and it started this just wildfire of Brooklyn is keeping Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is staying in Brooklyn. Now, this is the first time that the Brooklyn Nets have posted Kyrie Irving since the trade rumors, right? Since he was being out. And there was a report that came out from a New York source that says Kyrie Irving is comfortable in Brooklyn if he stays, if they don't trade him. And so people are like, if you look at that report and you look at the Brooklyn Nets posting all of this Kyrie Irving stuff, then there you go. That means that Kyrie Irving is staying in Brooklyn. Kyrie Irving is going to ride it out for another year. And that very well could be the case. It is very possible that that's the scenario here. It also could be that Kyrie Irving was posted because he was in Brooklyn doing a Brooklyn event, and the entire Brooklyn team, or for the most part, were there signing autographs, taking pictures, showing their support for their city, right? That could also be the case. But another big thing that I really want to talk about that I think is just curious. Again, I want to clarify. It's very possible that Kyrie Irving stays this year. It's very likely that Kyrie Irving could ride it out and then see what happens next season. If Kyrie leaves the Nets are in a lot of trouble. But there was also a report that we should talk about where it says Kyrie Irving, if he leaves the Brooklyn Nets, the Lakers are his top priority. That via trade this year or if he signs next year. So the Brooklyn Nets, the struggle and the problem is that they cannot afford to just lose Kyrie Irving because they don't have any salary cap if he leaves and they get no assets in return. So that's been the big thing is that they're going to trade Kyrie because they can't run the risk of him leaving for nothing. And that's where this kind of all ties into. Outside of all the posts and all the things on Instagram that are going on, it is just very curious that the Brooklyn Nets all of a sudden are posting all this stuff about Kyrie Irving and, he showed out for the team and this, that, and the other. And, the Brooklyn, look at this event and, really highlighting Kyrie Irving because a good chunk of the story and the images that they posted were of Kyrie playing ball, laughing, smiling, taking pictures, kissing babies, all of that stuff, right? It's just weird that they did this when Kevin Durant is going to meet with them likely today or sometime this weekend to discuss whether he's leaving or not. And look, maybe it's just something I'm looking into too much, but the timing is very suspicious. Kevin Durant, we know Kevin Durant is meeting with Joe Tsai this weekend, it was this week, but now we're in the weekend territory, and as far as we know, he hasn't met with them yet. So if he's going to meet with them, say, tonight or tomorrow, wouldn't the Brooklyn Nets want to show, hey, we're all in on Kyrie Irving. We love Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving's your boy. We want Kyrie here. We just want him to show that he can play, that he's, a team player. And look, he's hanging out with all the Brooklyn Nets players and stuff. Yet you don't see any pictures with him and those players. All the pictures are him and then those players. You don't see Kyrie, taking pictures with them or hanging out with them or talking to them. I'm not saying that he didn't. I wasn't there. I don't know. But I'm just saying, wouldn't you want to post a picture of Kyrie and the entire team and run it back or, the squad's here or whatever? No, it's just individual pictures of Kyrie Irving kind of highlighting Kyrie Irving, right? And it's just as odd that you would do that. You didn't do that all the way up till this point, right? So now Kevin Durant is going to meet with Joe Tsai, and the Brooklyn Nets hope that Kevin Durant rescinds his trade request. Wouldn't you, if you were Brooklyn, want to show that, Kyrie is your guy and you want him here? Wouldn't you want to show that to Kevin Durant? Because Kyrie Irving is KD's guy. The whole reason KD went to Brooklyn was because of Kyrie Irving. And look, I'm not saying that Kyrie isn't going to stay. I'm just saying you can't say that that's not odd. The Brooklyn Nets have taken Kyrie Irving off of all of their promotional stuff. He's still not on any of the promotional stuff. The only thing he's on is the Instagram of the Brooklyn Nets. And it was at a charity event in Brooklyn that the team showed up on. So, of course, they're going to take pictures and show that and promotion. It's free promotion for the team, right? Oh, look at the team. It's a team building moment and all that stuff. But you don't show any pictures of Kyrie actually hanging out with the team or talking with the team. You see him talking with other people. You see him on the mic. You see him playing and stuff. Like, you couldn't have gotten a picture with all of them together. Like, that wasn't a possibility. And on top of that, you post those 2 days before you're supposed to sit down and meet with Kevin Durant about the future, and you're trying to convince him to stay. What other ways can you convince him to stay than say, look, Kyrie, he's at this event, he's with the teammates. Look, the teammates showed up and supported Kyrie. We're all in on Kyrie, man. We just need you. We're here with Kyrie. Yeah, Kyrie's got this year. Let's run it back this year. Come on, you got Ben Simmons, you got Kyrie Irving, you got Kevin Durant. Let's do this. Come on, dude. Like, that's the message here. The message isn't that the Nets want to keep Kyrie Irving. The message is that they're trying to save Kevin Durant from leaving. And what better way to do that than to post Kyrie Irving and show, oh, look, Kyrie's here. He's in Brooklyn. He's doing events. He's, has the teammates here. Come on, man. Don't you want to be a part of this? Look at what we're doing. That's how I perceive this. And maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my bias. Maybe it's whatever. But it's just odd. And you can't tell me it is not odd that Kyrie Irving gets posted on the Brooklyn Nets Instagram right when they are supposed to go and talk to Kevin Durant. And on top of that, you add into the fact that the entire Brooklyn Nets team was there other than KD and Ben Simmons. So you would of course post those pictures and those images. But why else would you highlight Kyrie? Because one, it was Kyrie's charity event, right? It was Kyrie's event, so of course you're going to highlight him. And two, he's currently still a Brooklyn Net. And three, you want to show, oh, look, everybody. That wasn't for the fans to tell everybody it's all in. That was for Kevin Durant to show Kevin Durant, look, dude, we want Kyrie here. We want you here. Ben Simmons, we're a title contender. Let's get it. Let's run it. Let's do this. I think I still believe, depending on how that conversation goes with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving is a gone. Like, if KD says, I still want out, I want to be traded, I don't care, then I still think they trade Kyrie Irving. If KD stays and he kind of leaves the door open to trade Kyrie, and he's kind of like, hey, man, like, we hate to break it to you, like, we want to trade Kyrie. How do you feel about it? If he's like, hey, whatever you're going to do, you're going to do. I think Kyrie's gone. Now, if Brooklyn posted a promotional image of him in a Nets jersey and was like, number 11 or something like that, then yeah, I'd be like, okay, that's pretty convincing. Like, right, okay, that's pretty interesting. I'd still question, is that for Kevin Durant or is that, a promotional item? If they started putting him on all the promotional work and stuff and all the stuff gearing up for next season, I'd be like, okay, that's a little more convincing. No, they posted images of the Brooklyn Nets at a Brooklyn event, and Kyrie Irving was the host of it. And they're about to meet with Kevin Durant. They haven't posted anything saying Kyrie's staying or Kyrie, we're running it back with Kyrie, or, Kyrie's our guy, or posting images of Kyrie in a Brooklyn jersey. Like, no, we're not seeing any of that. We're seeing a Brooklyn event hosted by Kyrie Irving that the team posted about right when they're supposed to meet with Kevin Durant. I don't know. Like I said, I think it's just very odd. I still think Kyrie Irving is getting traded to the Lakers at some point. Maybe it's just my optimism. Maybe it's just me holding out hope. But again, you can't tell me that that's not odd. Could it be a coincidence? Possibly. Could it be something that like maybe it really is the case and he is staying? Of course. I mean, that's always been a possibility that Kyrie stayed. He's on the Nets roster. He's under contract. So, the Nets don't have to trade him. So, yeah, of course, that's always been a possibility. But I just don't buy it. I just look at, like, all of the circumstances. You got to understand, I'm somebody that's diving into all this stuff every single day. So I'm seeing the reports on the Nets side. I'm seeing the reports on the Lakers side. I'm seeing the neutral reports. And then you hear the Kevin Durant reports and you see all this stuff, and it's just everything lines up perfect. Like, why wouldn't you? If you were ever going to post about Kyrie Irving, it would be right now because you're about to meet with Kevin Durant to try to convince him to stay. That's the way I look at it. The way I look at it is that they want Kevin Durant to stay in Brooklyn. And what is one of the ways to convince him to stay? Oh, Kyrie is bought in. Kyrie is all in, and we're all in on Kyrie. Let's go. You see the report about Kyrie is comfortable staying. The Brooklyn Nets start posting all this stuff. It wasn't a neutral site that posted Kyrie wants to be there. It wasn't. It was a New York Knicks insider that talked about it. It was somebody from New York that's talked about it, and then they're meeting with Kevin Durant. I mean, it just, everything points to like, we're about to meet with Kevin Durant. Let's make it look like Kyrie Irving is going to be here and we're going to make it happen. That's just how I look at it. But as always, this is a discussion, so I want to hear from you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. However you feel about this situation. Do you agree with me? Do you think they're about to meet with Kevin Durant. They're trying to show like, hey, look, we love Kyrie. Kyrie's our guy. We're here, because him and Kyrie are best friends. Or do you think, no, like, it is what it is? Like, Kyrie's staying in Brooklyn. This is more evidence that he's staying in Brooklyn. Whether KD wants to leave or not, he's still staying in Brooklyn. However you feel about it, as always, let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below. That being said, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, followed by the bell notification. Stay up to date with all things sports. Join this wonderful community and all of our discussions. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.